The number one NHL draft prospect Connor Bedard was interviewed in Las Vegas at Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final on Monday, June 5th, and was asked what it'd be like to possibly be drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks with the number one pick in the NHL draft on June 28th. And what he said shocked some people, insinuating the Hawks may not be picking him first overall.
Are you insane?
Of course the Hawks would be crazy not to pick him, right? We've seen crazier things. I'll play that clip in a minute. We'll also play a funny clip of Bedard putting in a hilarious dig on interviewer and former NHLer Paul Bissonnette, aka Biz Nasty. Unless you've been under a rock the last month or so, the Chicago Blackhawks surprisingly won the draft lottery, setting off a storm of people grumbling that the draft was rigged. With the lottery out of the way, now the focus is obviously on the number one NHL prospect, Connor Bedard. He is considered one of the greatest ice hockey prospects of his generation. Here's what Bedard said when interviewed by reporters before Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final on June 5th about the possibility of going to Chicago.
I've answered this question, a lot, obviously, and for me, I watched it as a fan and with my family, and you don't find out till the draft, of course, and if they decide to take me, that'd be unbelievable, but. We'll see what happens come the draft.
The key word in Bedard's response is the word if. Bedard is extremely well spoken for a 17-year-old and now in a huge spotlight. And he answered that question perfectly and very humbly, even though the elephant in the room and everyone else knows it's glaringly obvious he'll be picked number one. Who knows, the Hawks may shock the world and pick Mitch Trubisky. Remember that, Chicago fans? Bedard was later interviewed by Wayne Gretzky, Henrik Lundqvist, Paul Bissonnette, and others, and had a response that had the interview panel cracking up with a subtle dig on Biz Nasty.
All right, you're 17 years old, you're in Vegas, the Stanley Cup's here, and you're sitting next to Wayne Gretzky. Are you getting used to this being the new normal for you?
It's pretty crazy. I'm super grateful. Like, the NHL doing this is incredible. Me and the other three prospects to come, and I'll say a couple pretty good players on this panel, and Biz is here too. So.
Here we go. Some more clicks. Okay. He's already throwing shots at me, all right?
So we'll see if the Blackhawks draft Bedard, but really don't think there's any if about it. He's going to Chicago. If you like this content, please slap like and subscribe, and stay junky, my friends.